In Part 1 we discussed a very unsettling and odd vanishing that happened to Christopher Thompkins from Ellerslie, Georgia. He was last seen by workmates standing on the shoulder of the road facing the woods at 1:30 p.m. on 25th of January 2002. He literally vanished within seconds, leaving the survey crew very perplexed. They walked back to where they had seen him only to find his boot hanging on the barbed wire fence along with blue fabric from his pants. On the ground beneath were coins that had fallen from his pocket. The woods on the other side of the fence were inhospitable and swampy. David Polides, former lawman turned investigator, tells us that during his time working with traffic accidents he has seen shoes left behind by people who were literally hit so fast that they were knocked right out of them. He says that logistically it looks like Christopher was reefed out of his boots and dragged through the fence in such a position that all the coins fell out of his pocket. When gravity drags coins to the ground, it means that the opening for the coins was either facing the ground or the container holding the coins was removed at a great speed, very similar to the magician who removes the tablecloth without disturbing the cutlery. This means that Chris was either upside down or sideways. 6 months later, the rancher who owned the land found the other missing boot 900 yards away next to the swamp. Christopher Thompkins is still missing. Over the years since Christopher's disappearance, there have been numerous theories on what actually happened to him that day. Let's discuss. The place where his work colleague last saw Christopher Thompkins was beside a made road which had a reasonable volume of traffic. So an animal attack seems unlikely. The delays in reporting may be because the work colleagues thought he had just taken off and might come back. No point running straight to the boss and getting Christopher fired if he returns and they can cover up the absence. But his mother says such actions would be out of character. At the time, Christopher's mother was also employed by the surveyor's family as their babysitter. She was told that Christopher was missing at 4:15 p.m. After this, it was his family who started the search. They were the ones to find the boot, his work tools, a blue fiber from his pants, and 12 cents on the ground. Apparently one of the co-workers was later sent to prison. So, was he murdered by his co-workers who then lied to police? That's Theory 1. Theory 2. Some people believe that Christopher was taken by something that was not human. Bigfoot, Sasquatch, woodland creatures are fast, quiet, and would be able to carry a grown man away quickly. But, again, the workers heard nothing? Some also think he may have walked into a portal. Did Chris fall into a time portal or into another dimension? This theory is straight out of a science fiction movie but would explain the sudden disappearance. Then those who believe it was aliens. An alien abduction would explain how he was flipped upside down, losing his boot on the fence going upward and having his change fall out of his pocket. So, what happened to Christopher Thompkins? Was he murdered by his co-workers who then covered up their crime? Was he taken by some unknown entities? 15 years after his disappearance, the case of what happened to Christopher remains unsolved.
This was a 20-year-old young man who left home one morning to go to work. He was a part of a 4-man survey crew that was working in the Harris County area. They were working in wooded areas out there, and 3 people came home and 1 did not. Chris simply vanished. And when I say vanished, I need y'all to listen to me. Chris simply vanished. Sometime that afternoon, the 3 individuals who were with Chris placed a call to 911 to say he vanished. searched dogs, and Sheriff Jolly and the Harris County Sheriff's Department, they brought out whatever resources they had. We found one of Chris's boots out there? Yeah. Remember now, we found one of his boots that very day. We found some of his work tools and some change that they speculated or we think may have been from Chris's pocket. But maybe a week or two later, the Harris County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Jolly, told us that they believed Chris had just walked away. Said if a man gonna walk away, he wouldn't take off his boot to do so. He probably want to keep both of them on if he was gonna be walking.